but nothing ever stopped me from dusting off my shoes. You might think you'll see me falling to the ground, but I threw up my umbrella when rain stops hitting down. Yeah! On a bad day, on a good day, I don't need no sunshine.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever, wherever you are. It's Saturday morning here, 11th of December, I think it is, 6 a.m, and I'm not alone. This is my wife.
Hi, I'm Sarah.
And we're talking here this morning a little bit about who the hell this bloke is and what we're doing here, and we're just kind of going to cuff it a little bit. I woke her up about 15 minutes ago, so she may well be like kind of sleepy.
Pretty useless. Yeah.
And as the show started, I said to her, so have you actually watched any of these before? And she went, no.
I'm normally still in bed.
I actually put a post on Facebook the other day about with Sarah's business, and we'll talk about that in a minute. She put out an email, like a marketing email sort of thing. She did a bit of a give back to a charity, and she said, "Did you get my email?" And I said, "Yeah, I did." And she said, "Did you read it?" And I went, "No." She's like, "What the hell?" I said, "Well, I figured you'd tell me if I needed to know anything." And she goes, "That's all right. Don't watch your videos either." So it's pretty funny. Who we got here? We got a lot of people here this morning. We got Greg the Macro Man McMillan. How are you, mate? Kathy Fitzherbert. Evening. Where are you, Kathy? We got people from all over the world here. Mike Goyne. Mike, we'll talk about you coming on this show in the new year, mate. You and Ron Duval.
Because I'm not getting up this early again.
It's probably not going to happen. This is pretty rare. Well, that's not true.
No,
That's not true at all. That's not true at all.
On a weekday.
Yeah, she's always up at this time of day during the weekdays, but she's not normally this chipper this early in the morning. She's normally, I need coffee, and maybe after about the 6th or 7th coffee, you can approach her with caution.
Good morning, everyone.
So this is going to be interesting. It's going to be funny in that she's never watched this before. And I'm not sure if she's actually watching what's happening on the screens here. So you're going to see the reaction just like I do. So when we interview someone here, you nervous? So whenever we interview someone here, I think she's finally caught on to the fact there's questions over there on that screen over there. But, can you see it there? On that screen there, there's questions there, and she's like looking right at it. And so I ask everyone who comes on this show in a tweet, that's 140 characters, who are you?
Oh, how much is 140 characters in words?
It depends on the length of the word.
Am I? Who am
I?
Early. Couldn't I have prepped for this beforehand?
No.
No.
Well, you could have if you watched the show before.
Who am I? Horse lover, nature lover, wife, entrepreneur, farmer.
All right, we'll break them down a little bit. Horse lover. We've actually got a photo here, and I'll show you the photo.
That's very mysterious. That one.
That photo. That's a horse that just had a lot of hay because it's kind of fat.
She looks like she's got a fit ball in her belly at the moment. We're due to have a baby like any time in the next week or two. That's very exciting. That
was a really cool story, huh?
Don't we have an actual photo of the horse?
Yeah, we'll see them in a minute when we look at the other photos. Greg McMillan's apologising in advance. So Greg's got a podcast. Him and David Podner and David Addison goes on there as well. And he was describing this show on his last podcast, saying that it starts off really good, then it kind of just turns to shit sort of thing. I don't think he said that. It was
You waffle on about nothing.
That's not true at all.
Am I allowed to swear on this? Or is that like frowned upon?
You never swear. I never hear you swear. So you probably can, but just not,
Tone it down a
not
bit.
too many things.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Fatty horse, that's right. So yeah, he was saying basically that this show's very serious in the beginning, and then it just kind of falls apart, and it's just fun.
Not today, because you've got someone that's not a photographer today and knows nothing about what we're talking about.
Well, maybe.
So it's just going to start shit right from the beginning.
So, so looking at the questions that I have, I'll say, when did you first study photography? And she'll go, I don't. I don't.
I ring you and I book you in.
I don't photography. That's what she'll say. And what phone do you use at the moment?
I think it's a...
Did you even bring it in?
No. Is it an iPhone 11 Pro? It's your hand-me-down.
Oh, yeah, it is
iPhone
there.
11
Yeah, that's
something.
right. Yeah, it is too. Yep.
I never know. I just use what I need.
It's the 11
what I've
Pro.
got.
That's right.
It's your
And
hand-me-down.
and that's a valid point. It doesn't really matter what phone you have. You can still take good photos or bad photos, depending on what you think of the photos that I'll show you in just a second.
And I hate changing my phone over. Like, just because a new one comes out, I don't want to go through all of that stuff to change one over.
That's fair enough. It's quiet, is it, Kurt? I'm not sure why
Am
it's
I
quiet.
too quiet?
No, it shouldn't be quiet.
Oh, Mike's got goats. 16 babies so far. Congratulations, Mike.
Ah, you're in the kidding season now. How quiet is it for everybody? I'm curious. This may not work. It may be a very, very quick show. But people can
I
obviously
got out of
hear.
bed for nothing.
And the next question is, what made you choose that phone over others? Is because that's the one
That was Shane's hand-me-down.
yeah.
It was available and free.
So what apps do you use if you had 3 apps?
I live on Cozy, which is my organizer app. So that's like our family calendar shopping list. It's where I schedule absolutely everything from wake up to bedtime. I'm a list person. Next, I would say probably emails. And then I would say probably like Business Suite for managing social media posts. Yeah. And I'll throw in a photography one. I told you I'm not a photographer. I use Snapseed for editing, but mostly I just go with the presets because that's Shane's job.
Right. So, cause I did a video a little while ago about the apps that are on my phone, and Cozy was one of those, and that's the organising thing. That because we're pretty busy people, we both do lots and lots of different things. Occasionally, we'd even do them together, but more often than not, Sarah's off doing her business, I'm off doing my business, and what if I talk like this? Is that better in front of the microphone? It's because we are sharing a microphone. I don't normally have someone in here. In fact, this morning I was trying to work out how on earth we're both going to sit here. It works, and that'll do. It's a directional microphone, so if we both speak,
I'll just lean into it more.
If we both speak here, it'll be all right. What was I even talking about?
The Cozy app.
Cozy app. Yeah, because we're both doing different things, our own things. It's just easier to plan when you want to do something together or go somewhere together. Or
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm just going to interrupt.
You should go.
So this is the nerd in me. You've got profiles for all your family members, so you can put in an event that's like just for me, or one that's for the whole family, or one that's for just for Shane. So you can look at things and go, oh, that's what Shane's doing that day, or we're both doing that. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Or
if you're an organised nerd.
if somebody
like
says,
I am.
hey, do you guys want to come to this thing? And we look in that app and go, oh, we've both got nothing on. Or immediately we see that
no,
I've
we
got
don't want to
something on.
socialise with them.
Pretty much that, yeah. Because people. Let's look at some photos. Don't call me sly, but I'm very excited about the giveaway.
Oh, I'm not interesting enough.
Apparently not. Here we go. What advice would you give? A few comments coming. I can't quite keep up. Where did it go? What advice would you give for night photography with unavoided light pollution?
Do you want me to answer that one or Shane? So I think my response would be light pollution is not a good thing with night photography. There's a few apps out there that you can use that help to minimize that, but I think ultimately they don't work. Are you going to let me finish? Look, ultimately they don't work real well. So go to the middle of nowhere, like where we live, where there is no light pollution. Or like make the most of the light pollution and have some fun with it and do like light painting and stuff like that. What do you call it? Light trails? Yeah, that would be my tip. I'll hand it over to you.
What she said. The first bit I was kind of like, where are you going with this? There's no app that gets rid of light pollution.
No, but you've tried some. I know you have. You've told me about them.
That's right, I have. So the best thing I think with someone in a light polluted area, there's two things that I would say. If you want to do something in the night sky, I think the best two things to do is, one is to look for the ISS, the space station, because it flies over, well, everywhere, and you'll be able to get some pretty cool compositions with that. You're not going to necessarily get lots of stars, or the alternative to that is to do star trail photography, and I've done lots of videos on both of those things.
So I was like, right.
You were absolutely on the money.
Woo.
Well, the show's gone crazy already.
Who makes the second cup of coffee when we're ready for that?
That's why I bring the big one.
Oh, okay.
You should have asked for a bigger one.
Yeah.
Just turned into two great guys having a laugh, baby. That's the way. Oh, yes, I see you were commenting all the time there, Fred. I think you've got a, from memory, I think I went and looked at your channel. He's like a model railway guy.
Oh.
And he does a YouTube video about his model railway. Mm-hmm. Just looking through noticed Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra pictures and videos are way better than the S10 using the camera app. Do you maybe know why the stock camera app image is so bad?
She wants you to answer that one, not me.
Do you maybe know why the stock camera app image is so bad? On the S10, do you mean? You mean the S10 is bad? The S21 is going to be monumentally better than the S10. It just will be. It'll be heaps better. It's a totally different camera. It's probably the best camera on a phone at the moment, on the mainstream phones anyway. Is that what you mean though? Like the S10 is not a good image? Comparing the two is apples and oranges. Let's look at some photos.
Did you have more questions to ask me or not? Is that part over?
Yeah, you got out of that pretty lightly.
Okay.
We're going to talk about... Oh no, we could talk about your YouTube channel.
I don't think I've posted on it in over a year.
But you've still got one.
We didn't have to talk about that.
Okay, fine. We're not talking about a YouTube channel. Let's talk about your business. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
What should we do? Hold on a second. Let me just bring something up here. Pregnant pause. I'm going to share a tab. Where is it? There it is. And this is Sarah's business page, business website. Tell us about this then.
Devo's missed a little bit. Look, Devo, you've missed the introduction. I'm Shane's wife, Sarah. I'm not a photographer. I'm 10 minutes out of bed and, it's going to be a really great episode, so keep watching.
Devo's the guy who basically looks after the Facebook page.
Okay.
He does pretty much everything on it.
Cool.
I'm just kind of riding his coattails on that. And Scott. Where's Scott? I haven't seen Scott this morning. Patrika, hello. No, on the S21 Ultra, it's bad in the stock camera app. I downloaded S10 camera app. That doesn't make sense. Are you in that Facebook group? If you are in that Facebook group, post some photos. I'm keen to see, because that doesn't make a lot of sense. The S21 camera is pretty bloody good. If you are, just jump on that Facebook group, post some photos, and then we can give you some advice. It's hard to answer that sort of thing. That's probably the worst thing about the YouTube channel is that I can't really answer visual questions, which is part of the reason that we created the Facebook group, so that you can go over there, and when people ask me, oh, this is happening to this, and I can't quite make sense of what they're saying, I'll say, go and post a photo on that Facebook group, and me or other people will give you advice about what we think is wrong. But I've not actually heard anyone say that the S21 camera app is no good. You're the first person I've heard to say that. There is some focusing issues with the Android 12, I believe. I haven't even tested it yet, to be honest, but we'll have a look and we'll see. Shane and his wife Sarah are doing crazy bit of a show that we normally get at the... I hope you're not waiting around for it to get serious.
No.
So anyway, let's look at this. Sarah will tell you about her business, I guess. Go.
So my business is Windella Farm. We make Australian eco skincare products. It all started when we had a little herd of dairy goats, and being in a small country town, everyone heard about the weird newcomers that are breeding goats, and we started to get requests for goat's milk soap. So
I'd just like to point out, how good is that photo? That's amazing.
I've got a good in-house photographer. So we make goat's milk soap, vegan soap, lots of natural skincare products, all certified Australian made, all natural, and, good for your skin. It's my little business that I do from home now. We built a workshop about this time last year, and it's my full-time gig now, which I love because I love working from home, being on the farm all day. Every day is bring your dog to work day, which is my favourite bit. And I get to see Shane throughout the day most days as well, so that's pretty good.
You sounded more excited about the dogs than
Oh yeah, I did. No, both are good. Both are good.
Both are good.
Yeah.
As long as we're both good, it's all right. It's all good. Is that all you got to say?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, cool. How's that for some photography inside stuff? We'll get rid of that.
So I'm very lucky to have in-house photographer for the business, and yeah.
It is a great looking website, Kurt. It's an amazing looking website.
Thank you. I maintain the website.
You do maintain it.
I do a great job. Shane does the photography, and we've actually hooked up with a local business in town for my social media photos. So there's this cool shop in town. It's called Waffles Cafe, and you get the most delicious waffles, but they've also got a homewares shop out the back with like really nice homewares. And so we go in there after hours and do like lifestyle photography in the shop when they're closed, which is really good. It's a little bit of I donate some soaps for their shop, and we get to use all of their stock for photography. So very handy being able to go to Shane, hey, I need some more photos. Can we pop into Waffles? And yep, I'm pretty demanding.
And she'll go, when can we do it? Look in Cozzy and go, you've got nothing on that day. How come we can't do it? And I'll be like, damn it.
I know what he's up to with that app.
Let's have a look at, I should have done this while you were talking.
Mm-hmm. Not very organised.
I'm really not. And look, they're used to it.
You've been up for hours.
I have. Waffles, I'm hungry now.
Oh, yeah, they're so good.
It's one of those things, Greg, where when people come to the town, they go, what can we do? You go Waffles.
You always go to Waffles. They do half serves and full serves, and the half serve is more than enough because a full serve, you definitely feel sick.
Right, let's have a look at these photos.
Oh, so this is what everyone else can see?
This is what everyone can see.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about that screen, just this one.
Okay.
So this is the best photo that Sarah sent to me to show you guys.
Is this...
It's because I took it.
Look, I knew there were two cat photos, and I know that one of them I think I took that one.
I reckon I sent this to you.
Have you checked?
When
like,
you were away.
Can't you see the data of the photo?
I don't know if you can see it after a
I'm
message.
pretty sure I took that one, and you took the one with the nice sky. But like,
maybe.
I'd like to point out, the cat is perfectly in focus. We've got a really good leading line of the tail going straight up. That's important. That's important in composition, pretty sure. And it's a really nice filter of like hazy light, hazy background.
So what did you edit this
You can
with?
see the... Shh, I'm doing a talk. You could see the detail of like right down to the little rocks in front of his feet. And I really love the stripy tail, which is not a part of my photography skills, but it
I'm not
adds to
convinced
the
it's your
photo.
So what did you edit this with?
Oh, it's only going to be Snapseed because that's all I use.
So anyone who's watching this, what would you have? What do you think we would have edited this with?
I'm guessing I probably put like a vintage filter on it, or like one of your presets. Perfectly in focus, isn't
I reckon
it?
it's got a very, very good looking R&I Films look about it. That's what I think.
What's that done in?
That R&I Films.
So I didn't do that.
I don't think so.
Okay. Couldn't one of the photos be one that I took?
Yeah,
I was sure I took that one.
Was that
meow?
Me.
I get it. It's a meow. I think it's a meow. So that cat is Craig Broccolini. We call him Broccoli for short. He was named after my uncle, whose name is Craig Broccoli, and my sister has the cat called Wendy, which is Craig Broccoli's wife. It's very confusing.
Wow. Here we go.
Oh yeah, this photo here, I definitely took this one because I was on the horse. So I was on the horse. This is taken riding on a road just down the road from ours on Quinlan's Road. It's late afternoon because that's definitely the sun setting in the west. Where does the sun set where all of these people are? In the west? Is it? I thought it was. Is it not? I thought it was like in the northern hemisphere. Like, you know, the water goes down the drain the other way. No.
Oh, she is really smart. She really.
Okay, look, back to the photo. So I'm pretty sure this one I actually used one of your presets.
Did you?
In Snapseed, the Hazy Days one.
I don't remember you buying one.
No, I think you I wouldn't have paid for it, but I'm pretty sure you put it on my phone. It's not like watching
That's why you're here, Greg. That's why you're here. It's not different anywhere else. It's exactly the same everywhere. The earth turns.
No, look.
The top part doesn't turn the opposite way.
I don't know why I said that. I thought it was like in the northern hemisphere, doesn't the water go down the drain in a different circle? It goes in a different direction.
I'm not sure about that. I don't know.
We could test
maybe
it.
it does.
Anyway.
Somebody go and flush a toilet and see which way it goes. Actually, The Simpsons did an episode on that.
Yeah, I know.
Is that what we're basing is scientific on?
Definitely.
The cartoon.
Yes. So this photo taken riding my horse down the road in a nice relaxing afternoon. I really like how the sun catches off her mane. I think the lighting's really beautiful, and I'm pretty sure I used one of Shane's presets, which you can buy for $5. Is it $5 each or $5 for the set?
Oh, we'll just say it's $20 for
You should
4.
spend $20 and get all 4 of them. The presets are great. Yep, and you can see there I ride Western style in a rope halter, so the horse is really comfortable. That's important. This was probably one of my last rides before Becky went on maternity leave, because now she's too big to ride. And yeah, that's probably all people want to hear about the horse.
You're right about the water, apparently.
Ah, there we go. Definitely wrong about the sun setting.
Wrong about the sun. So this is a sunset photo?
Yeah, sun setting in the west.
What I'll say is that I know exactly where that is.
Yes.
And that shed that's there.
And that's not Quinlan's. Yes, it is.
It is Quinlan's Road.
Oh, it's sunrise.
It's sunrise.
Yeah, I just realised. Look, it's early. I've had 1 cup of coffee and foregoed my weekend sleep in. So, but yes, you're right. That is actually the east.
Let's look at this other photo of this cat that one of us took.
Oh, I'm going to say maybe I took that one.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember
So
that one.
that's also Craig Broccolini. That photo I don't think is quite as good because it's not straight. His tail's not straight. We don't have those nice leading lines. It's a bit wonky and a bit off kilter.
So
But the
it's fine.
sky looks pretty.
If you look at the one with the colourful sky, you broke your own rule with the horizon.
Oh,
this one
this
here.
one here? And is that the rule of thirds rule?
No, he's saying the horizon's not
Because
flat.
it's not straight. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, no, bad photo. I think Shane took that one.
Oh, dear,
But
dear.
I noticed the sky was definitely flat in the horse one where I was heading east.
Okay. I'm not sure
I
why
didn't
this
take
one's
that.
there.
I didn't mean to send
Oh, you didn't mean to
that.
send it? So when you sent me this, I'm like, what? Why did you send lady?
Crying. Bowie's crying. Twiggy looks like she wants to murder someone.
She does.
I don't know how that photo got in there, guys. I didn't mean to send that. I'm
So-
pretty sure that was at one of my niece's birthday parties where everyone ended up in tears.
Yeah.
And
I said to
that's
Sarah,
my sister standing in the middle with something
with her
in her
aviator
hands.
sunglasses, it looks like it's a spiderweb mop broom thing.
Oh, we were doing limbo. I remember now.
Ah.
So I was holding the other end of the stick. I'll tell the story behind this. We were doing limbo. My nieces are absolutely beautiful, but when they don't win at something at their own birthday parties, they all burst into tears. So that's the two nieces on either side of my sister, both in tears because they weren't winning at limbo. I didn't get to have a go.
That's because you're holding the stick. Goats.
Oh, I took that one, definitely. And I think I did portrait mode on my iPhone 11 Pro. And I reckon I probably edited that one just using the photo editing in the camera and just went like the auto. That's my go-to, just the auto edit in the
Nothing
camera.
wrong with that. This is for those playing at home. Oh, what happened then? For those playing at home, you can see here it's portrait mode. You see this bar? It's there it's in focus, and there it doesn't know what to do with it. It's a bit of a telltale with the earlier iPhone portrait modes. Put it back to there. Anything else to say about that?
No.
No. There's so many more photos here than what I get you guys to talk about. But we'll talk about them anyway.
Oh, that's another great one with my horse. Now, which
Wait,
direction?
is that
That's a Frankie.
Oh, it is the dog. That's our dog.
Yeah.
One of our dogs right there.
What road is that?
I'll let you keep guessing. I know where you are.
So as
This
you might
is
be
our
able,
road here.
yeah, okay. So as you might be able to tell, I get geographically embarrassed very easily. But I'm pretty sure on this photo I was riding. Don't ask me which direction I'm going to say. East. I was going to say east. Riding east down McMillan's Mead Road. There was a bit of a storm coming, knowing us that it probably went right around us and we didn't get the rain. But nice dramatic sky and clouds. And I think for that one, I probably edited it in Snapseed using like the HDMI dramatic. HDR, yeah, whatever, that one, to make the sky look a bit more dramatic and make it pop a bit. And you can see down the road on the left-hand side our little dog, Frankie. She loves to come with me. I didn't send you the one of the turtle on the back porch.
Oh, you didn't either.
It wasn't that great a photo. It was just a turtle on the back porch.
Did you mean to send me this one?
Yeah, I thought that was a good action shot. And like interesting angle from there's no sat nav on the horse, and if I'm riding out the bush with my friends, I will be completely turned around and lost, so I'm never the navigator. Like, we'll be riding along and I'll have no idea how far we are from our base camp, and all of a sudden the horse floats there. It's like, oh shit, okay, yeah, we're back now.
To put this into perspective, Sarah grew up on the Gold Coast. Now the Gold Coast has got the ocean on one side of it, and she'll still get lost there. Like, keep driving in a certain direction until you hit the water or you don't hit the water, and you've either gone north, south, east, or
I'll
west.
generally know what's north or south of that point.
Correct.
But we don't.
Because you've got an ocean.
Yeah, but here we're in the middle of nowhere and there's no water to use as a point of reference. So I just get very turned around. So back to this photo. So this is one of my nieces, Twiggy, sitting on the skateboard with a little friend. The story behind this is I had the girls for a day over school holidays because my sister works really, really hard and she was basically on a tractor because it's silage season. So she was on a tractor all day. The girls get bored because they're at their nan's every day throughout the school holidays. So I had them and we had the most fun day. I did so much stuff. We did the park, we did skateboarding, we did bike riding, and then I teed up with my friend. I should have sent you one of those photos. We went to my friend's place. He lives out on a property that borders the bush, and he's got this little Shetland pony and an old school wagon. And so we hitched up the pony and we took the girls for a wagon ride out the bush. It was really fun. And then we did like lunch and ice cream and more playing in the park. So I'm just trying to drag it out because I know this shit goes for like an hour.
It doesn't have to. It goes for as long as it needs to go.
Okay. So this photo.
What do you mean this shit? What do you mean this shit?
So this photo, I actually think I've got some good leading lines here, although they lead to that pink helmet, which kind of goes nowhere. Because we've got like the curve of the footpath and then the shed line, the top of the roof of that shed coming down. So actually it would be better if there was like well, it's sort of Twiggy's face, but she's not looking at the camera. So I think that photo had potential.
Cool.
It was an action shot though, and I was running along the footpath
I was
holding
going to
my
say,
phone
you're probably
down.
running backwards down here.
Yeah. Oh, that's another goat. That's my pretty little silver one from this year. She's very cute. She's less silver now. She's getting faded.
I noticed that
She
the other day.
almost looks white.
We've already seen the Preggers horse. And what's this?
This was my attempt at preparing for today's live. I went around the other day and took like 3 photos specifically for this. I think this was the only one that was remotely interesting. So this is a gate at our property and there's a like pretty lavender garden on the other side of the gate. I really like the twisty patterns in the gate and like the old patina of the metal. And I thought that would be a good photo to do in black and white. So I edited that in Snapseed and basically just bunged a black and white filter on it. Looks pretty good.
That's all the photos. The side that the sun sets on here is the right. Scott?
Well, it depends which way you're facing.
I know that. I'm just messing with him.
I had to think about that.
Oh. I'm sorry. That's not good. I'll show you guys something here that I took this morning. I won't tell you too much about it, but because I'm making a video at the moment. This photo here. This is about a 45-minute photo. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's at least 14 meteors falling in that. That's pretty bloody impressive. I thought it was quite cool to have that many in such a short amount of time. I didn't know it was happening. But it's a different app, and I'm currently reviewing it and making a video about it. It's kind of this might well be the one app to rule them all as far as photography goes on an iPhone. It's pretty bloody impressive. I'll show you more about that in another video. It'll actually be next week. You'll see that. There better not be vodka in that glass.
No, not at this hour. I don't drink vodka.
You don't? No. Could be, was it Kraken?
The Kraken's brown.
Well, oh, you were drinking out of a glass just then. I didn't
Yeah.
realise you had a glass of water.
It's a massive glass of gin.
Nocturne. No, it's not Nocturne app. I'm not going to talk more about it because it's not released yet.
Oh, anticipation.
Anticipation. we don't really have that much else to talk about. We can talk about.
We've stretched this for 37 minutes so far.
That's just talking about a pregnant horse, really.
Have many people stopped watching because we're
Oh,
boring?
look, this was up to 60 odd. No,
Was
there was. I drink vodka, just saying. You're an Englishman, you drink everything. If it's methylated spirits, you put some alcohol, put some orange juice in it, you'll be good to go.
My favourite spirit's the Kraken. Very nice.
Oh, iOS, blah. Well, you will go and buy those Android things all the time, mate. What was I going to talk to you about? Next show that we've got coming on here is actually out of sequence, if you like. It's actually next week, next Saturday morning. And we've got 4 guests coming here. We've got, are they even in this here?
Not like here, because I'll be in bed.
Oh, that would be awesome if you were all here, but you're not, because one's on the Gold Coast, Ralph Mayhew, and one's in Canada, that's Greg McMillan. Another one is in Manchester, I reckon is David Addison. And the other one's probably the best chance I've got of getting him right here, because he's only in Geelong, which is about 3 or 4 hours away from me. And that's Mike James. So we're all going to have a little bit of a wrap-up of the year, and we'll also give away a phone. We've had some, the members on this channel know that we've had some shit going on here, and it's kind of messing with our heads a little bit. So it's kind of detracted a little bit from the creativity that I would normally be putting out.
Not very productive at the moment.
Yeah, and it'll be resolved soon enough. But whilst that's going on, it kind of weighs on you a bit, and I've never been as unmotivated, to be honest, to get out there and make some videos. I was hoping to get to 50,000 before we do the phone giveaway, but it's not your fault that this shit's going on. So I'm not going to hold you guys to account for it. We're going to give it away next week anyway.
Do they know what sort of phone it is?
Well, if they watch all the videos, they will.
Oh, okay.
I've only said it in one video.
Oh.
I've said there's a
So
phone,
you'd have to, like,
there's a phone,
backtrack
there's a
and
phone,
research.
there's a phone, there's a phone. But only in one video have I gone, it's this phone.
Okay.
Yes. So if you're not watching everything, you don't know what's going on. And are you really a fan? That will happen this time in 1 week. So you have to be in the live stream chat to be in the running to win it, or you have to be a member on the channel, which is in that join button that's over there, I think, down there. And look at you, Jason Stevenson. It's just...
Oh, is he giving it away?
He's giving it away.
Ah.
He's giving it away. Jason Stevenson is giving away a pixel.
T.A. Tazen has that's probably pronounced wrong, has a question about photography tricks for people using a budget smartphone. Would that come down to just using a really good app? I'm paying attention.
Oh, I'm glad you're here.
Watching out for you, T.A. Tazen.
Everything works exactly the same. The only thing that makes the budget phones versus the flagship phones, the only thing that's really different is the tech that's inside it. So you can go and say earlier iPhones don't have Pro RAW. Does it matter? You can still do some pretty cool things with it. All the stuff that I do here on this channel, you can do it with pretty much any phone. I go and get like the newer iPhones and stuff because, well, that's what drives traffic to this channel. So people will learn what to do or how to do what I do here. So all the night stuff, you can do it on pretty much any old phone. Any old Android phone that has a manual setting, you can do it. The settings are exactly the same on all the Android phones. It doesn't matter which one it is. If it's an iPhone, an older iPhone, the apps that I use, like Nightcap app, Nocturne app, all those apps, they will work exactly the same on every phone, regardless. Just that the results will be slightly better with the flagship phones. And it's really as simple as that. The process is exactly the same.
And what was that phone that was quite cheap that took really great photos? I wouldn't say the Huawei, but I think that's wrong. Was it the Pixel?
Pixel 4a.
Uh-huh.
That happens to be the camera that we
There we go. Like, I pay attention sometimes.
She knew something.
Is that the phone you're giving away?
Correct.
Okay, right. So maybe like T.A. Tazen should definitely watch because he needs the phone.
Is it T.A. Tassin or is it Tatassin?
I
Tartassin.
have no idea.
No, I don't know either. I want the phone. Everyone wants the phone. I don't understand like the 30-second pictures. I'm like, it takes 30 seconds. Isn't that a video?
That's
No,
a good question.
it is a good
You
question.
should explain.
You have shutter speed and then you have frame rates. Frame rates is a video thing, as in how many frames per second, and the shutter speed is how long that shutter is open for. So in a video, the shutter speed is very fast. In a photo, it's the same. In a long exposure photo, that shutter is open, capturing all that light, then closing. It's one frame, as simple as that. So video is multiple frames per second. A photo is a single frame. Simple as that. Some of the apps that we have will do we're probably going to confuse the issue here. Some of the apps, like Even Longer, for example, takes multiple frames and merges them together on top of each other, not side by side like a video. But the 30-second thing is just how long the window is open for to let all that light in, and anything that happens in that frame while that window is open is captured in that frame. So your the night sky stuff is generally for that phone that you're talking about. I think you had the S21. I'm pretty sure that was you before.
Yes.
That's a 30-second photo. It's just the longer you leave it open, the more light comes in the window, if you like. The downside of that is the longer you leave it open, the more things move in that frame. So,
But that can be a good thing, right? When you use that for like, what's the word? And when you're photographing like water and it's like moving over rocks.
long exposures.
Long exposure.
Yep.
Yeah. So then you capture that movement and it gives you this cool, like hazy moving effect. I pay attention.
What she said.
I know stuff. I don't know the terms, but I know some stuff. We spend a bit of time together. Just kind of absorb it.
Osmosis.
Yeah.
Fly Me Down from Ohio. Not sure who that was. Somebody on Facebook. Dean from Southern Illinois. I'm not sure. Oh, over here. Moonshine here in town. You're drinking moonshine?
What does it taste like? Moonshine.
I think it depends on what they make it with.
Oh.
Doesn't it?
Is it like prison booze, like what they make in the prisons?
I have no idea.
Because that looks pretty bad.
I was going to say Mark Goyne will help us out, but then you threw the prison thing in, and like now it sounds like Mark Goyne's been prison. But just some of the photos that I've seen of his, it looks. I actually have him on the show. I will. He's a pretty bloody clever photographer, and some of the stuff that he does is pretty full on creative. And
T.A. Tazen is going to have to change their name because no one can pronounce it.
Not at all. There's so many people that comment on these videos and stuff, and I've got even people that I meet, I will forget their name within 30 seconds of meeting them.
Yeah, we call everyone mate.
Hey mate, how you going, mate? And when it comes to pronouncing names, if you've watched this channel for long enough, you know that I just suck at that. So don't take it personally, man.
No.
That's just me being me. I'm useless at that sort of stuff. What was I even talking about?
I don't know. I wasn't listening.
Mike Goyne. He looks like his photos. He basically looks like a similar to what we are here. I reckon he's in like rural area.
Mm-hmm.
What was that show that we watched? What was that? Justified.
Oh yeah.
It looked like the photos that he takes. It looks like he's in that sort of area.
They had like hillbilly heroin and.
Yeah. She's calling you hillbilly.
No, I'm not. Or a heroin user. I'm not.
But it was like that. So I'm thinking, if there's someone, and this is going to be like so judging a book by its cover, but if there's someone here who knows what moonshine is, he's going to be the guy.
I'm sure everyone in the States knows what moonshine is.
Oh no, you pronounced my name straight away. Right, straight away.
Deep in the sticks.
Deep in the sticks. That's right, mate. Beauty Neytiri.
She already
Neytiri?
said that you pronounced her name right the first time. You
Would have
got to keep
been-
it right.
I don't remember. Obviously, I did. Hillbilly is a compliment.
I've got a question for the American viewers. I was watching something or listening to something the other day. Oh, I was listening to, I think it was an Oprah interview, and they were talking about her favorite food, and her favorite food was grits and black-eyed peas. And so what is black-eyed peas and how, like what sort of flavor? And she had fried okra as well. So none of that sounds like a very nice meal, but I'd like someone to tell me what's black-eyed peas and what it tastes like.
What's grits?
Is that made with like polenta?
Don't know.
Or am I
Why
thinking
wouldn't they
of
just call it
something
polenta?
else? Okay, so if someone could clear up for me what you people eat in America,
What you people eat in America?
what's grits, and what is the thing that they use polenta for? Maybe that's cornbread, or is that something different?
I don't know. None of those things we have here. We have polenta,
Yeah.
but no one has
And
grits.
black-eyed peas, I'd like,
That's a band, isn't it?
yes. But I'm thinking like, do they taste like garden peas? Or in my mind, I'm picturing black-eyed peas to be kind of like a Mexican bean kind of thing that's in quite a heavy
Ah.
sauce.
I don't know.
So I have no idea.
Someone help her out, please.
We're really focused on the
Black-eyed
important
peas
issues today.
Was it hominy?
Are a bean, grits is hominy. Both are yummy.
What the hell is hominy?
Google is your friend. Oh, yeah, I know, Kurt, but you know, it's early and we're sitting here and you people are able to answer questions for us.
Hominy. Hominy grits.
They
How
look-
good is
look-
this? Watching
so-
people Google stuff. This is entertainment.
They look like chickpeas, sort of.
I tell you what, Google is your best friend, Sarah. That's pretty passive aggressive coming from a Canadian. I think you need to say sorry, Kurt. Kurt's actually been on the show as well. He actually
Probably
has a
did a
YouTube.
better job than I did.
He just sounded different,
We've
And he-
managed to stretch this for 50 minutes.
and he has a
Are
lot
you
more
amazed?
facial hair than what you do. Like big beard, I think, from memory. As good as Vegemite. Nothing is as good as Vegemite. Don't be
Vegemite's
ridiculous.
pretty good. The tip is with Vegemite, you want your toast well done but not blackened, lots of butter, little bit of Vegemite.
It's a very, very divisive thing. Whereas with
Not in
me,
Australia.
with Vegemite, it doesn't want to be too well done toast. It's got to be just like only just toast. Whereas you want really well done toast.
Yeah, but not black.
Right.
And it probably depends a little bit on what sort of bread you're using.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree. What else are we going to talk about? Not much.
So
You got to start making shit up now, eh?
No. I did have a little bit of a moment this morning when Shane got me out of bed for our live, and I always have to look out the window first thing in the morning to make sure my horse hasn't had a baby. And I was thinking, shit, what if I look out there and she's had her baby? And then I'm all torn of like, oh, I've got to run out and see the foal, or I've got to do a live, and would I get in trouble if I ran out and saw the foal? But she didn't have the foal.
She didn't.
What would you have allowed me to do? Would I have been allowed to run out and see the foal?
I've already thought of that.
Have you?
Yeah, and because I did.
You were nervous about that too.
Oh, I wasn't nervous. I was just thinking about it. That might happen. So I did a live stream. Marmite, bloody Englishman, Marmite. It's a rip off of Vegemite. And English people
What's
just
that got to do with the horse?
nothing. He's replying to the as good as Vegemite.
No, we don't
And
eat Marmite here.
Marmite, such a English. It's
Isn't it sweet? Marmite's sweeter. It just
it is
tastes
sweeter.
wrong.
It's a rip off of what's this? 1:50 a.m. What?
Oh no,
That's
we were
why-
too boring for T.A. Tazen.
The horse.
Your mum
definitely-
just caught you. Bedtime,
In trouble,
T.A.
champ.
Tazen. Yeah.
The thing
Yeah,
with
the horse definitely comes first, Greg, 100%.
Marmite's amazing. Carl Webb, you've got to be a pom as well. I'm guessing.
Must
It-
be.
It's one of these things that, like, when you go to like a big city, and you go, what sort of dining can we go? And you've got like Japanese, and you've got Chinese, and African foods, and Indian foods. There's never like an English restaurant because the food sucks over there. Let's be honest. Marmite.
What's our traditional food that we eat in Australia? We don't really have traditional. I'd say snag on the barbie.
Yeah, I suppose.
If you're coastal, lots of people eat seafood. You know, fish and prawns and stuff.
Yeah, if you live on the coast at Christmas time, it's usually going to be seafood for Christmas dinner.
Yeah, because our Christmas, it's really hot. So, like, it's a bit of an effort to do the big roast. I don't really like turkey, but roast for lunch. So, yeah, often, like, Christmas here, it's, like, nice deli meats and hams and salads and seafood and stuff like that. But we don't really have traditional food. Meat pie.
Yeah, meat pies. I suppose...
the Bunnings sausage is pretty traditional Aussie. So Bunnings is like our big hardware store. And when you go to Bunnings on a weekend, on a Saturday, they always have like a community group doing a sausage sizzle out the front. Oh my God, the Bunnings sausages smell better than any other sausage and bread you've ever had.
They don't taste like sensational.
They're just the sausage and bread.
And it's not like you can go to one Bunnings, then go to another Bunnings and get the same sausage.
No.
Like the people who are doing the charity, the fundraising stuff for their charity, are buying it from wherever they buy it from. And, because they're trying to raise money for something, they bought these sausages at like bargain basement prices. So there's probably as much filler in there as what there is meat.
But it's just the smell. Like you're at a hardware store and you have this sausage cooking smell. It's really good. And the onions always smell good, but you never put the onions on.
They used to put the onions on top of the sausage. This was a controversial thing when this happened.
It was on the news and everything, the Bunnings sausage debate.
That's right, because they'd put like the piece of bread, then the sausage, and then they'd put onions on top of that. And what happened is that someone, when they were walking through the store, dropped a bit of onion and someone slipped on it.
Hazard.
And that's one of the things that we've inherited from you American folks. We now sue the shit out of each other when someone gets their feelings hurt.
But can you believe that the Bunnings sausage and where the onion goes actually made the news? Doesn't that make us sound really backward?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Like national news, where the onion has to go.
So now, if you want onion, it's got to go on first, then the sausage, then the sauce.
How has this become a cooking show? Someone asked about traditional Australian food. It was all downhill from there.
It was all downhill from where we said, good morning, everybody.
Yeah,
Onions are good on everything. No. You're absolutely right, 100%.
No.
She won't agree.
Should we start a debate about coriander?
No.
And pineapple on pizza.
Coriander is
in America, do you put pineapple on pizza? I'd like to know that.
Not fried butter.
Oh gosh, is there a Vegemite app? I don't know about that Fred's Wilbury Castle Railway, but
Castle.
But Fred, you might be keen to know that recently Vegemite has done some really cool collaborations with other big brands. I've seen this.
Really?
So you can buy, I think you can buy like Vegemite thongs. So thongs thongs are not the G-string, the underwear. Thongs are, what do they call them in America? Flip-flops. So flip-flops. You can get Vegemite themed flip-flops and Vegemite themed lots of things. So I don't know if they have an app, but they have a lot of merchandise at the moment. Pineapple on pizza, yes. Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. Pineapple on pizza in Canada. Yeah, good job, Scott. Ham pizza with pineapple, I agree, Ron. Pineapple, yes, but not on you're wrong, Dean. Love it. Canadian bacon. Who asked about Canadian bacon?
Canadian bacon's awesome. It's thicker than our bacon.
Is that like the maple bacon or is that different?
Oh, I'm not sure. I know it's just thicker cut.
Hawaiian pizza pineapple is nice. Yeah. So I think the vote on pineapple on the pizza is a win. Yes.
So this is a really good photography chat.
You knew what you were getting into when you had me on.
And I'm mindful, like everyone might see me watching up here. I'm just watching the viewers coming or going and going, is this working or not? And it's working. You people want to know about this shit. So
we actually thought, Shane, we were sitting on the couch a few nights ago and talking about all this shit we're dealing with. And Shane actually said to me, I don't even have anyone booked in for my live on Saturday. And I said, what are you going to do? And I actually said, half joking, I could be your guest. And he said, I was thinking that. So we're like in sync. And this is what you get.
Sometimes I think
Pretty
we could
good.
just go through the day and just nod at each other and we'd know what each other's thinking. There was there's another, what's his, Tech Talk? I can't think of his bloody name of his channel. Scott's his name. He has a YouTube channel that just does tech reviews, and he'll actually come on this show here in the new year. But he was saying he actually brought his wife onto that channel, and just watching the dynamics of them was pretty bloody entertaining. So I thought, oh, I must bring Sarah on here.
Carl wants a long exposure pineapple shot.
Hey, Rob from Throttle Down Under. How are you, Rob?
That sounds like something crude. Like, do you actually mean a pineapple or something else? I want a long exposure pineapple shot. Like, that could be something completely different. I don't know.
I'm not sure what it would be different.
Just sounds like it should be something else. I have to take a picture of Vegemite and pineapple on pizza. Oh, actually, like the salty and the sweet, it could work.
Just don't.
Only a little bit of Vegemite.
No. This is, every time you put pineapple on a pizza, an Italian grandmother has a heartache. He's from, I think he's from Belgium, so who knows what they eat there.
This conversation could be made better. Like, would you like me to explain what my mum eats for breakfast? Okay,
oh, this is gold.
Yep. So just to give you an idea of, someone asked about traditional Australian food. This is not it, and this is not what most Australians eat for breakfast. But my mum, for breakfast. So my mum's always been a really healthy person. Like when we were kids, we didn't get like soft drinks and chips in our lunch bags and stuff like that. We got like carrot sticks and sandwiches with like banana and sultanas in them. It was really great. So my mum's always been healthy. Ever since I remember, she always ate banana on toast for breakfast. She's now 63.
Is she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the banana on toast has evolved to, okay, so it's got to be like that really heavy, grainy, expensive bread that's like $12 a loaf. So toasted, grainy, heavy, healthy bread. Like I don't think there's even any yeast in this. It's just like seeds that's mushed together.
I just got to interrupt this for a second. This is a phone camera. Just there. That's all. Carry on.
Oh, yes, so we're talking about photography. Okay, so really grainy, seedy bread toast with banana mashed on top. And then she has some grated fresh ginger, because ginger's good for something. Grated fresh turmeric, because turmeric's good for the brain function. She's all about the brain. Pretty sure some black pepper goes on there because that's also good for the brain. A little bit of honey. For a while there, just to mess with her, last Christmas I gave her some really nice specialty honey and also some bee pollen, because I heard that bee pollen's good for your brain too. So that ended up on the toast as well. So picture this, you've got toast, really grainy, seedy toast with banana, ginger, turmeric, honey, black pepper and bee pollen. Doesn't that sound delicious? It's what she eats for breakfast every day.
But she gets it done pretty quickly. It only
takes her about an hour.
Yeah.
It's a whole procedure, but that's not what we eat for breakfast.
No, I haven't got time for that.
My brother-in-law, she was staying with him and she made a breakfast and he's like, what's that? That doesn't really look very nice. She said, it's my breakfast. Would you like some? He goes, no, that doesn't look like breakfast food to me. Wouldn't even have a taste.
It doesn't really look like food.
No.
Yeah, but she likes it.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
Yeah, peanut butter and banana, that's a good
Yeah.
combination. Yeah, winning.
I remember reading somewhere that Elvis Presley would eat deep fried peanut butter and banana sandwiches.
And deep fried Mars bars.
I reckon that's a thing here, though. I've seen that on menus and stuff. Oh, he's back.
Didn't get in trouble.
D.A.
It's probably
Tassin.
time to go to bed.
MasterChef YouTube. I think we need to like
Wrap
create
this
a
up.
create a YouTube channel just about ridiculous cooking stuff. That would be interesting. It's past your bedtime. So we'll close it out.
Okay.
In 1 week's time, look at that. I've got that light in the wrong spot. Just this one down here, because like the shadow's moving over my face. This was kind
It'll
of
be
like
fine.
a made up thing
We're
because
an
there's
hour
two of
in.
us here, And the camera that we're using here is usually the camera that's up there. That one.
Oh, they
See how I
would
did
have.
that?
They almost.
That's cool.
They almost saw my pajama bottoms. See, I'm wearing pajamas. Oh, they can't.
There you go. Quickly put this one back.
I've still got pajamas on the bottom.
Cooking down under. Could this be the start of Shaded Sarah cooking channel here on
we're
YouTube?
actually not bad cooks, really. Both of us cook pretty good food. Nothing
I think so.
fancy, but we cook all right.
Yeah, I reckon we do all right.
Oh, T.A. Taysen's in trouble.
I'm calling you. Patricia. Right, so next week, in 1 week's time, we'll be doing a bigger show here with 4 other YouTube creators, and we'll talk about the year that we've all had, a little bit of a snapshot from those different channels. What Mike has sent me, straight up, the first thing that he sent me was just bloody ridiculous. It's very,
I got
very...
a coffee. That means I'm winning. You don't get coffees very often, so that must be my influence. Woo! Thanks so much, Ramsey's Silent, for the coffee. $10. Woo!
That's
I'm a lucky woman being married to you.
That's right. You are.
He's pretty lucky too, let me tell you.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for today. Tune in 1 week's time from today, and we've got some pretty cool stuff. We'll give away the phone, like an end of year special, if you like. Then that'll be the last live stream for the year, and we'll kick it off in the new year. Everyone have a bloody good day, and I'll see you next week.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Catch you later.
Bye.